everything about you.
Alright, Double A gang, good to have you back. If you're returning, it's lovely to have you. And if you're new to the channel, it's nice to have you join the family, the Double A family. And yes, I have been complimented on my fashion sense. This is a dressing gown I've had for a good number of years. And if you want to learn about diet, nutrition, exercise from somebody, I kid you not with this, when I was 17 years old, when I did my first refereeing match for children in football, I was so nervous, and I think it was to do with nerves, I had to go into the bushes before the game for a number 2. Yeah, because there were no toilets at the football ground, and then I went on and did the match as a referee. If that story doesn't get you to subscribe to the channel, I don't know what will. That was so embarrassing. How about this? Let me know your most embarrassing story that you're happy to post about in the YouTube comment section. In this video today, I've got some footage from the local CrossFit gym, Evolution Fitness, a physique update, some more strength training, as well as food. There's all that stuff coming up, but first of all, I've got to do shout out to my 2 boys, Luke and Ollie, the absolute legends. Go and check out their Instagram, Thunder Fitness. There's a collab coming up between Double A and Thunder Fitness soon. Probably a gym group, which is going to be awesome. We're going to do some lifting and have a good time. Yeah, these boys put me through their paces. They're pretty strong and getting pretty good at the squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, clean and jerks. They're doing good. I know I said that I was trying to eat earlier in a previous video since I've come back from going away with my parents. It's currently 12:20 AM and I'm having my dinner. It's just because I ended work late yesterday. Today's now Thursday and I ended work yesterday late Wednesday evening. Here's what I'm having for dinner. We have got a lovely array of colours. We've got some carrots, some beans, some sweet corn, some broccoli. Hang on. Maybe do you reckon that's why a lot of people don't eat broccoli? Because it sounds like E. coli. Broccoli, E. coli. Maybe they think it's just like a disease. Then we have got white potatoes, some lovely garlic bread. I think I already told you about that. With this garlic bread, in the packet, it comes sliced with like chunks of garlic butter between. Looks awesome. Then we've got chicken in some like white wine sauce with peppers. And then we've got a fruity sausage. Plus I'm going to top this off with a barbecue Korean sauce, which I've showed you on the channel before. If you don't remember, then check out this previous video, please, and then you'll be able to see what I've eaten. I'm eating this food. I recommend you get some because you're probably hungry now, and it's time to get on with the video. Let's do this. Right, here we're at Dual Strength and Fitness Gym, and this guy behind me, I'm not going to say his name because he may not want to be mentioned in the video, but he is like one of my favourite dudes in the gym. He's awesome, and he's a great accountability partner because he's always like checking on me, just with, you know, form and stuff, and making sure that I'm staying on task, staying focused, and it's great chatting to him in the gym. I really enjoy training alongside him. But this is 145 kilos for 5 sets of 3. So my current perceived 1 rep max, I've done 155 kilos, but I know my 1 rep max at the moment is 160 kilos when I'm fresh. So I'm using roughly 90% of my 1 rep max for these 5 sets of 3. So the plan is, last 5x5 session, I did 140 kilos. And then this session, I'm doing 145 for 5 sets of 3. Then next week, I'm going to do 5 sets of 5 at 142.5 kilos. Then the week after that, I'll do 5 sets of 3 at 147.5 kilos. And then just keep progressing up like that, 2.5 kilos every week. Making sure I'm in a calorie surplus. But these squats today, on this day, sorry, they felt pretty good, actually. The belt was behaving itself. I'm still thinking of getting one of those belts where you actually clip it on rather than just use the Velcro. I got a Velcro belt because I saw some CrossFitters using it. I thought, oh, okay, Velcro belts are okay, but I don't seem to get on with this one. I think I've got a size too small for me, but I always find, and don't know if you find the same, for those of you who train watching this video, that my mind starts to go a little bit when I come to the 3rd rep of every set. I'm talking about the 5 sets 3, for example. Just because I'm like, right, feels good in the 1st rep, 2nd rep, yeah, it's feeling pretty good. Then third repetition in every set, my heart rate's gone up a little bit, and I'm thinking, am I going to be able to do this? So with a lot of lifting, usually people are strong enough. I mean, obviously, if you're pushing yourself, sometimes you may not have the strength, but it's very, very mental about, say, for example, going into a set, if you're feeling really nervous, then, in my opinion, you're less likely to lift a weight up compared to if you go into a set thinking, I'm going to do this, I've got good form, I'm going to smash it. And I managed to get the 5 sets of 3 pretty comfortably, so I'm looking forward to trying the next session, 5 sets of 5 at 142.5 kilos. After that, I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I did 20 cows on the ski erg, followed by 20 push-ups, and I did 3 rounds of that. Oh, that was actually when I came back into the gym later on in the day, just because of I was doing 2 sessions on that day at Jill, and I used this actually as a warm-up, and it's a really good way of testing your tricep endurance. If you're somebody who's wanting to build up certain muscle groups, for example, and your body's so used to doing, say if you let's take triceps, for example, you're so used to doing skull crushers, heavy bench presses, and heavy compound movements for the triceps. Do something completely different to really shock the body and train the triceps in a slightly different way, like the ski erg and the press-ups little workout I did just then. So have a go at that, and it will definitely make the body have to respond, just because it's a stimulus that it isn't used to. This stuff that you're seeing in my Crawley Town top that I had when I used to work for them a little bit, that was from the Tuesday morning when I was just doing some, I think I did in the end, 10 rounds of 15 strict pull-ups with the bag on my back, which is about 4 kilos, and then 15 ring dips weighted. I did 10 rounds, so yeah, 150 repetitions of both. Yeah, that was it. And then I did, I think, 50 bodyweight strict pull-ups after that. This is why I went to Evolution Gym, where we were doing this workout. It was an EMOM, 3 EMOMs, so every 3 minutes you had to complete 2 squat cleans at 60 kilos, 4 thrusters of 60 kilos, and then what you're seeing here are the 6 box jumps, followed by 8 burpees, and then 10 bodyweight squats. So the aim for this workout was to just try and keep an even pace for every round. I believe we did 6 rounds in the end. And yeah, felt pretty comfortable. I'm really enjoying going to Evolution, doing the variety of training at Dual and Evolution. And that's what I recommend to you. Keep varying up your training so you can keep enjoying it. The time is now 7:22. We're about to go and train chest. I was supposed to have lunch today on the way here, but I had taken all the wraps from the fridge, but I never ended up having any of them. But before going to the gym now, I'm going to have a crunchy Nature Valley bar. It's the oats and dark chocolate flavour. 196 calories for one of these. Today I was supposed to do a bit of training in the morning, but I had a headache the night before. And yes, I was a wimp, so I didn't manage to get up for my first session. So I did a 9-mile run in the middle of the day, and then now I'm going to go and train chest and do some handstand push-ups to start with for about hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes session. I'm going to do that at my facility just here. And here we go. Here's a little bit of the cheeky food for you, team. Yeah, look at that, looking good. Yeah. I'm going to explain over the footage what I'm doing in the workout. But if you want just a bit of a weather update, just because you're not from the UK or from West Sussex, it's been raining pretty much every day for the last 9 or 10 days, apart from, I think, one day, which was a Sunday, which has been really annoying for outside personal training because my equipment gets soaked and then I have to move it all in. When I train people inside, the whole room gets a bit wet, so it's just a bit of a pain. But on the plus side, a new piece of equipment is supposed to be coming within this week, I think. It's one of the benches where you get a leg curl, leg extension on it, and a preacher curl, and you also can adjust the height of the bench. So that's really good because my other one is pretty knackered. I just need to get my power level up to 9,000, and then we can lift some heavy weights. Woo! Oh, pants. Oh. Oh, I just lost the lid. Here's the setup in the room. So I'm going to do some benching in a little bit, but I'm starting off with 50 handstand push-ups for time. But I don't know if it's because of my left tennis elbow. I got that quite a while ago, when I was about 16. Yeah, when I was a goalkeeper. It's playing me up a little bit. So I'm going to go for 50 for time, see how I get on, and then see if I can beat it in the future. But handstand push-ups is where I'm really struggling at the moment. That's probably the main movement. I need to get stronger at the clean and jerk and the snatch, but to actually just doing lots of repetitions in a row, I'm quite struggling with the handstand push-ups. So I'm doing lots of variations to try and improve it, but if you have any tips, let me know, and then I'll try and incorporate it within my training, because I need to get these shoulders strong, man. I definitely recommend you guys do these types of workouts to assess where your fitness is, especially if you're trying to target a certain muscle group. Say for example you want to build up your shoulders strength or shoulder endurance, then doing 50 strict handstand push-ups for time and then testing it again in 6 weeks time or something is a really good way of being able to assess where your strength is. So with this, it felt pretty comfortable, but I'll explain in a second in the video, but my elbow's giving me a little bit of jip. But if you want to do it, say, for your leg endurance, then you could do body weight squats, 50 for time, see what time you get. Or you could even test yourself a bit further and do pistol squats. If you're struggling to actually do that at the moment, then I can go over in another video about how you can get your first pistol squat. Same with anything. You could do it for bicep curls, you could do it for weighted squats, you could do it for deadlifts, you could do it for bench presses, you could do it for any muscle group, which is what's pretty cool. And burpees! But people don't like me mentioning burpees. Okay, so it wasn't too bad, but they still are too much of a struggle when they shouldn't be a struggle. So I got a set of 10, and then managed to break it up into sets of 5. 8 sets of 5. So I think that got me about 6 minutes for that. Should be doing it way quicker. So it's still something to work on, which is always part of training. On with the workout. So then after the 50 handstand push-ups for time, we moved on to 100 kilos for a 5x5. And on the 5th rep of every set, it was quite a bit of a grind. So I was pretty impressed though still. Just because I managed to do it after doing 50 handstand push-ups. So when I'm fresh, this should be pretty comfortable. But what I've found is, and it's definitely something that I would advise to you guys, is that nutrition. I mean, obviously you hear it all the time, nutrition is such a key part of if you want to build muscle, but I found just recently, like when I went away with my parents, I was doing a lot more running on holiday just because the amount of equipment there was quite limited. There was some, but when I came back, my strength had gone down a little bit. And I do like doing my running and endurance, but I've definitely scaled it way back now. And yes, like you heard in the video, I did a 9-mile run on this day. This was a Wednesday. Because I hadn't done a long run in a long time, and I probably won't do another long run for quite a while. But today's Thursday when I'm recording this voiceover and going to the gym, I was able to do the numbers I wanted to on the front squat. But it was clear that I do find that my body it definitely is affected when I do long runs and if I do them frequently. And when I found I haven't done as many long runs like in the last about week. Sorry, my grammar was awful there. I meant to say find. I found that I've actually felt stronger, and then weights have moved better when I haven't done when I've just done the 3-mile runs in the morning. So I'm definitely going to keep that up, and it's quite easy mindset wise to start telling yourself, oh, I'm not doing enough endurance running, because I'm somebody who's come from a background of when I was about 16, 17 years old. I was really trying to get as good as Mo Farah. That was my mindset, and I wanted to try and be the next Mo Farah, but I was doing so much. I think I was doing like 10 miles a day at one point. I was doing at least, I was varying up the distances, but sometimes doing like 60 miles a week, and it was pretty mental, but my strength was pretty pants then. So now I'm just trying to get the balance back. The main focus, as you know, if you don't know, then you can watch this previous video here. I'll put it in the right hand corner of the screen if you want a bit more context about what my goals are at the moment. But I want to just get stronger at the clean and jerk, the snatch, squats, as well as the bench press and overhead press. And nutrition is such a key part. I've found that doing my weight training and then a little bit of endurance stuff, and then keeping calories high has been really helpful so far. I mean, it's only been about a week and a bit, but to see increases in strength. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how the next few weeks progress with training. And this is what my physique is currently looking like. I'm about 81-ish kilos. I'm still pretty lean, and I'm just looking to build my body weight up slowly, just because there's no point trying to gain loads of weight really quickly, just because you're going to gain unwanted fat. And the body's only going to build muscle at a certain rate when it's in a calorie surplus. So just being a little calorie surplus, just trying to gain weight slowly, gain strength. And my leanness is pretty low. I mean, and like I've said, for those of you who are into your bodybuilding, maybe not so much CrossFit, doing different types of movements, like for me, example, doing handstand push-ups, I saw a good amount of development in my shoulders. I mean, I still need to get stronger at them. But I definitely recommend adding in different movements into your training if you want to see progress, especially if you've hit a plateau. If you're not used to doing dumbbell presses, you're just doing barbell bench, vary up by doing dumbbells. I mean, if you have any questions, please let me know in the YouTube comments section. Thanks for joining me once again. If you are interested in nutrition coaching, then please do get in touch with me. My email is in the YouTube description. Give yourself a pat on the back and a handshake because you made it to the end of the video. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. See ya.